Hey, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Vitamin C Podcast.
Give us the date.
Today is June 17th.
It's been a week.
Friday. It's been a week.
It's been a week.
we all know the drill here.
Yeah. We are not chilling in the cabin.
Nope,
But
not this time.
I got a story that pertains to the person who is
Well,
usually chilling in the cabin.
Before we get into a story, let's just...
Boop.
We'll have ourselves some
You
nice
audience.
conversation.
I booped you, audience. How do you feel about that? Huh? What are you gonna do about
Boop in the audience?
Boop.
Booping them right in their heckin'
it?
snoots,
Booping
bro?
them right in their heckin' snoots, and they
my
can't do
gosh.
nothing to stop me.
Oh my gosh, boop. Oh, gotcha.
Oh.
What?
Are we gonna do small talk, or are we gonna do
just gonna
Cody current events?
We're just gonna... Oh, I guess we could do a Cody current event.
Whip, 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 whip.
Well, welcome back. It's another Cody current event.
No, I want the like if somebody makes an intro, I need it to be like or like it needs to sound like a fat ass going to the fridge at 3 a.m. and scratching their stomach and then farting and then opening the fridge and then closing it and you can hear
The
it.
current event is in the fridge.
Yeah, the intro needs to be like just lard ass opening the fridge. Anyways, so the atrocities just keep getting worse, folks. So,
You heard it here first.
not only did Quantum get away with it, not only did the Act Man get forced to Twitch. Sorry, I hit the table. But the other guy, I can't remember his fucking name, and my phone's over there.
General
Tech Review.
Tech Review?
No, something Tech Review is now being, in a sense, targeted by YouTube. So whoever is at YouTube moderating this shit, they are literally attacking anybody who is bringing the controversy to light. Not everybody, obviously. We brought it up a few times, current events, whatever, but we're a fucking nobody, so it doesn't matter to them.
Of course.
But so they basically are, dude. I don't know. It's fucked up. And while I understand, like, oh, don't use the platform, it's like it goes beyond that. These are people's livelihoods they're fucking with. It's not okay. So, I did say, like, I really hope the Act Man doesn't stop making videos. I think that if at the end of the day he could still make a video and then just stream the video live, like almost like a premiere on Twitch, and he could do longer forms of content now and other stuff. But
Perhaps.
yeah. So YouTube's just going down the shitter kind of quite a bit with
Okay, but YouTube's been
Uncontrolled.
going down the shitter.
I mean,
We keep going
yes,
over this every time.
Yes, but now there's an active bias.
There's always been a bias.
Protecting
There's always been a bias.
protecting a person who I'm not even gonna
Say
get
what you will, he gets
Anyways.
them views.
who
I don't know, whoever they're protecting, I guess.
yes
But, YouTube drama, it's always happened. It's
YouTube-
going to continue to happen.
this one involves YouTube, the company. There's the difference.
Well, I'm just saying, it's going to continue to happen. YouTube is going to continue to make calls. So,
One day
it's just a matter of time before things, eventually take that one turn, and YouTube either saves their ass and becomes something greater, or fucks up royally and plummets into the fucking depths. So it's one
I'm
of the
gonna
two.
make a Cody prediction. This is the year 2022.
A Cody prediction.
I'm going to predict within the next 10 to 15 years,
That's a wide jump. That's
That is
a
a-
wide...
10 to 15 years, there's going to be another platform that outshines both Twitch and YouTube.
You know what? I'd welcome it. I mean, if it's fresh
I
and like
believe
new.
that our generation would have enough time to make something that would click like
I
that.
think if we had like a fresh
TikTok
new one.
popped up, and technically, I don't know
Well,
the
TikTok
statistics. I don't know the statistics. It's just another fucking Vine Musical.ly.
It's a media app, so like it's,
But I mean
whatever.
something that maybe not replaces, but something that like, I guess it is. Currently we have live streaming, we have video recording, and then we have short form video. And I don't know. But
We'll see. We'll see how this train decides to veer. In the coming years, months, days, however long YouTube has.
well,
But
wherever if they fall, we will move, as we said before.
we've got other platforms. This
We
ain't our only
have
one, baby.
Other platforms, baby.
We're all audio.
We're based
boy.
here, but we don't have to be.
We don't have
Bitch.
to. Exactly. We don't have to be
Independent.
independent.
We don't make money off of this, so
No.
we're not really under pressure at all.
No. But if we do start,
If
we
we,
can totally.
I would, like I said in the past, like I never want to make money off of this, but like growing up quite a bit from that point, if we can make money off of this, that would
if
be
you can
cool.
make
I
money
would
off of
welcome
something
it.
you love to do,
Yeah.
what's the problem with that?
Like,
I don't see the problem.
I mean, it's one thing when you just have to be careful not to cross the threshold.
just don't sell your soul. That's all I'm saying.
Well, you have to. There's like a fine line. It's like hobby that makes you money, and then becomes a business, and then becomes a burden, and then becomes a whole lot of things. So if we do end up making money, it's probably going to be strictly through donations, or
Our Patreon, which is live now.
no, it's not. It doesn't exist.
It's live.
We literally don't have a Patreon.
If you go there, we have a nude calendar out.
Oh yeah, the Dave calendar.
Oh,
The cops have been buying all of them.
cops love Dave.
Yeah, I don't know.
But-
So let me tell you what happened to Dave again.
Oh, something else happened to Dave.
Motherfucker got pulled over again for speeding, and you know what they did?
You're just gonna say
They're
that?
just
You gotta
like-
throw that out right
They're
here.
just like, it's okay, Dave.
Hey
I'm
man,
just gonna give you a warning.
it's all right.
Go about your day.
Don't worry about it.
That man could have no license, a busted headlight, and like dead bodies in the trunk, and they just be like, "That's all right, Dave. You're having
That's
a hard
all right,
day.
Dave.
You're having a hard day, Dave."
That's okay.
And let that man go, bro. I'm about to post the Dave calendar upside the police station down the street and see if anybody buys them.
But in other news, let's see if we can lighten it up a little bit in here. Before Coda goes into his story, I'll say a few things, and then we'll commence with the story in which Cody had to offer. I recently have been going back to the gym. The gym is fun. I know you can do basically anything you need to do at a gym at home, but right now it gets me out while, in the job market. It's kind of important. But in, Attic Dweller news, recently there's been some gaming news.
Oh!
Something specifically that I'm excited for. A Capcom title that didn't sell very well.
I thought you already brought this up.
No, not this one.
Oh, is it a different one?
Back in the day, there's a Capcom title by the name of Dragon's Dogma.
Oh, yeah.
And Dragon's Dogma is getting a sequel. It is currently in development. So we are actually going to be getting...
Loot boxes, microtransactions, money.
They can't. Like,
They better fucking not.
as soon as I found out about that announcement, I re-downloaded Dragon's Dogma, and I've been playing it again, the first one. And let me tell you, man, the game's hard. The game is pretty hard. Shit hits hard in that game. That
Was
is a
it
hard
Rook?
game.
Was it Rook we threw off the cliff?
I love her. I bully that motherfucker to this day.
Yeah, we used to throw him off the cliff.
He's still with me, though. He's absolutely fucking... The
Useless.
only good thing that he does for this... Two things. He does two good things, right? He gives me a fire boon on my weapons, and he heals me. Guess who else can do that? Any other mage pawn I decide to bring with me. But I kept him with me. I want to give Rook the benefit of the doubt.
Dragon's Dogma was one of those games where it's like I never really personally got into.
It's good.
But when we played it, it was like it was literally an adventure. It It was so fucking cool. It was so.
You and I are
unexpected.
just gonna have to experience it again
I mean,
because
it was really.
it's cheap right now on like Steam and shit.
Well, it was the type of game that I would expect to see on PC and not even a console.
No,
Like, it
it's,
looks like it would be on a PC.
it's really good. Like it is actually it's a gem.
Yeah.
I mean,
The
it's
dragon.
gotten kind of a resurgence in recent years with like the TV show, and now with the announcement and the anniversary.
When am I gonna get my remaster of Outworld?
We technically already, we technically already have one, but
Really?
Outworld and Dragon's Dogma, I would rather play over Outworld.
Heresy!
Outward.
Outward.
Oh,
Is it Outward?
The only thing that Outward has is split screen co-op, and that is
was
the only thing
beautiful,
that
dude.
Outward has
That was
over
fucking beautiful.
Dragon's Dogma for me.
That was, and the combat was so fucking hard. Like Dark Souls, it made Dark Souls
Oh,
look like
dude,
a
the
bitch.
combat in Dragon's Dogma feels so good too. It's really nice. But yeah, it's a difficult
So-
game. I was not expecting to have as much difficulty because they very much want you to save the game.
Yeah, they do.
Dragon's Dogma, if you like out on the field and you're fighting and you're slashing whatever, and you get killed by like some bandits or something,
Yeah.
they send you back to the last time you either stopped at a rift for pawns or when you slept at an inn. Or the last time you saved the game.
Rough.
So unless you didn't save, you're going back to the last time you slept in a rickety bed in some inn somewhere.
Now, to that, you save in the menu?
You can
or
save,
you
just
have to
pause
save. In
save.
the world?
You can
Okay.
just pause save.
I was
anytime.
gonna say it'd be a real cuck.
But with
move.
most games nowadays who feature autosave just like anytime you take a step,
Yeah.
you're not thinking about, oh, I need to manually save this game or else I'm going to get butt fucked back to Grand Soren and wake up and they'll be like, hello, Arisen. We need to go and we need to take care of this quest. 'Tis weak to fire! You
I
know?
was playing
Like-
Fallout New Vegas again the one day, and I completely forgot, and I got fucked for that.
yeah. The thing is, like, the games that we kind of grew up with back in the day, like,
We
they
had to
didn't, they
save.
didn't, like, autosave. Like, there was
They
some.
auto saved when you like traveled halfway across the fucking map after 3 hours.
Yeah, there was,
like
like, when we started growing up, that's when autosave
unless you
also
did
grew.
unless you did a major event, that's
Yeah.
when it autosaved. But it didn't autosave every like 10 seconds or like you couldn't quick save or any of that. By the way, I gotta get into this.
Oh, boy. It's Cody Tangent time.
Well, no, it's not tangent time. It's
Cody
Let's talk
hype
about-
train time.
Starfield.
Oh, I knew he was going to talk
Like,
about Space Fallout.
okay.
Okay.
Space Fallout.
Space Fallout.
No. This is No Man's Sky PG-13. This is M-rated No Man's Sky 2. And I love every bit of it.
Oh, no, it looks good.
Except the combat is 100% just Fallout. It's Fallout combat, which isn't bad.
You're
But-
from Cody. You love Fallout. What's wrong with Fallout combat?
You know what Blake and Nick made me get it back into for 3 seconds and then didn't play ever again?
Fallout 76.
Yeah. I
You
had
actually
to
know
re-download
that-
it. I re-downloaded it for the 9th time.
You actually.
We
got-
played it. We waited the entire night. We played for about 30 minutes, and it was funny. And then we stopped playing it.
This dude.
And I haven't touched it since.
Well, the thing that gets me is the fact that Fallout 76 is still going. Like, it's still getting
Why?
like released
Why?
content.
Why, dude? Just give up. Just give up.
Just give up.
It's not worth it.
No,
having
they
a-
hold the advantage. Another dark.
Like, I'm having a little bit of fun, but, like,
Dogma.
I mean, when Nick and Blake are there, it's funny. But, like, there's nothing to do in the fucking game, dude.
Sure, there is.
I'm like a low level. I'm like level 20 something, and I'm doing.
Make yourself a nice little hutch.
I already have one. I have a house.
Where?
It's a piece of shit on top of a hill next to a watchtower for a camp thing
Oh.
or park.
My
ranger.
first house was in the racetrack.
See, my first house. I don't know if you guys know this. One of the legendary fucking beasts would fly over
Oh, the
it.
bats or whatever the fuck they are.
Yeah, the giant bat. Yeah, earlier, and I guess they patched it because people were getting pissed off. I haven't seen it in a while, but there's you go up the mountain, right? Like it's up the mountain from the overseer's camp, and there's a ranger tower, and you can find ranger, the outfit.
Mm-hmm.
and there's a little cabin, and before there were no fucking people in it, and because they added people, I murdered them. Because they're in my fucking house.
I'm so glad they added people. Anyway, click, bang, bang, bang.
I was curious. I was going through and I'm like, great, people live here. Well, whatever. I'll build my own little house right there on the mountain. And I'm thinking, I'm like, I wonder, because it's not Skyrim. There's no bounties. There's none of that shit. I'm like,
I wonder.
you're alone. You two are alone in this cabin. My guitar's sitting over there in my chair next to the window. And it's really nice because if you go to the left of the cabin, there's this beautiful stairway and a condor gazebo. And then like more stairs, and it's just beautiful. For Fallout 76. And
For Fallout.
so I'm like, barrel shotgun, bam, 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 and then bam, 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 and hid the bodies, and then they kept talking after they died, and it was really creepy. No, more like it's a weird day we're having, or whatever. Like,
Yeah,
but the mouth,
really
the
is
body,
corpse.
the
It
body,
really is.
yeah, the body doesn't have any animation. You just the voices.
In my head!
Like
That's the thing,
but
it's
anyways-
your insanity from killing people.
Anyways. Starfield.
Yeah, that's what we got
Beautiful.
off topic.
Fucking beautiful. Now, please, for the love of God, I am fine that you pushed it back to next year.
I better
am,
see a fucking space hooker.
I am okay that you pushed it back till next year because it was supposed to come out this year 3 other times. I'm fine with that. I'm not gonna bitch. But it better fucking be done. Because if you're gonna release it unfinished, I will lob my dick at Bethesda headquarters.
I will sever my dick, keep it in a bag, drive to Bethesda headquarters,
Lob it at the window.
and lob that shit at the window and make sure that bitch stick.
Todd, you're gonna see it live. No, that's a joke, clearly. But for real,
Is a
like
dick on my window? I
Ben
don't know why.
Shapiro, why do you work?
There's
at
a dick
Bethesda
on my window.
Studios?
Well, no, the Todd Howard impression is just, it's basically Ben Shapiro, but more chill. So instead of going like this, you're like this, you know? You're just kind of talking like this the whole
my
time.
God. But I don't know. I'm just I need this to be good. I need this to hold me over until Fallout 5 and until
Well, that's going to
Elder
fall.
Scrolls
That's
6.
coming out after Elder Scrolls 6.
I need this to hold me over, and you need to fuck off and let the modding community help you, and stop being a little cheap asshole with your money and your creation club. Nobody fucking wants it. Shut the hell up. You need to let the community have the reins, because if I can't enjoy this for the next 10 to 15 years,
If I can't enjoy this until I fucking die,
then we're gonna have a problem.
we got a problem.
We're gonna have a problem. About
I feel you.
a fucking.
But, like, the way that Starfield looks, like, Starfield looks
and the customization.
good. The good, you
I'm-
can customize your ship.
I'm praying community ships get either, if they don't have a system to post community ships that you could download and then just have like the Millennium Falcon or something.
The Millennium Falcon? The fuck is the Millennium Falcon? Who the fuck says
Are
Falcon?
we gonna have a moment? It's Falcon. It's not Falcon. It's Falcon. Isn't it? Oh, is this a Cody moment?
This might be a me moment, because now I'm not sure.
Well, both sound good. Like I could be wrong. Like
You might actually be... No, it's Falcon.
Okay, it is.
Nah, yeah, it's Falcon.
Who's the asshole who told me it was I knew it was Falcon, but like
Probably
I've
just
heard
someone
it
who
said
pronounces
Falcon.
Falcon.
Yeah, that's true. I've heard that. I've heard it both ways.
Like, hey, it's a Falcon.
But anyways, Millennium Falcon and like all the Star Wars ships from like iconic.
Well, I don't know.
Cowboy Bebop.
I don't know. Only because the way that the ships look, they look more bulky and like thick. More like you're not. I don't think you're gonna get like super streamlined like sci-fi like
Mods.
mods. Sure, but
If they don't let you, mods will let you.
I'm just
That's
saying,
what
like, you're
it's
not gonna
about.
make a fucking like
I'm gonna throw these
Milano,
plates
you
out.
know? Like, you're
A
not gonna
what?
get a Milano.
Like a cookie? Like the cookie?
No, not the cookie. The ship from Guardians of the Galaxy. The really
Is that what that
sleek.
thing's called?
The Milano, yeah.
Oh.
You're not gonna get like the Milano. You're
fine.
not gonna
Like-
get like.
Like, if I have to get that shit from mods, then so be it. But while I would like it to be a multiplayer game, after
It's not.
76, I say
game of
hold
that
off.
scale?
Hold off. Hold the fuck off, first of all. Because No Man's Sky, waste of my time originally. It's actually a good game. Me and Nick played it the other day. Like, it's a cool game, but like... like, it's just too big.
Well, the thing about
Like,
No Man's
No
Sky
Man's
is it
Sky-
technically like never ends. You know, like you're gonna get like
Yeah.
endless planets, endless this, endless
I mean,
that.
that's the I guess that was the big problem, and that was the thing I'm a little bit fearful. Now I
Well-
like that Bethesda capped it at 1,000.
I was gonna say the thing about
I
Starfield
like
is
that.
it's not like randomly generated star systems. They're making
But
star systems
if
themselves.
I have to wait 20 minutes to get to one star system to another,
You can drive your ship. You can drive the ship. You can have fucking dogfights.
and here's something that No Man's Sky doesn't have that I'm hoping Starfield has. Please, dude, give me a Warframe moment and let me be in my ship and like look around and like,
of course you can
walk
do
in
that.
it.
Well, I don't
You
know
don't
about
know
in
that.
space. But
That's
I know
what
that
I'm
like
talking
while you're
about.
on a planet, like you can be in your ship and look around.
I mean, that's good, but I'm hoping
Maybe they'll
in
have a thing
space.
like you can set a course for a planet, put that bitch on autopilot.
Please, dude.
Get up and
I
then
will.
walk
I'll,
away.
I'll allow the long journeys if you let me do that. If you let me autopilot destinations, and then like fuck fast travel, take fast travel out if that's the case. Let me do cool shit like RP shit in my ship. Like maybe I can have like a crew. And maybe
You
I
can
can
have a
have
crew.
maybe I can have like I can do the hollow chess or play cards.
Well, they've already
or-
said that
or-
you can
or
hire
some
people
other shit.
to like crew your ship.
Yes. Sorry. I had the table. But it's oh dude. Oh, did you see Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, it's
captain shit
customization
is
for your
out!
ships, and you can name your ship now.
Yes, I'm naming mine. I don't know.
The Schwoopty McFlibbenschlein.
The Schwarmbug La Barbadoo.
The Glubgo Gubgalab.
Yes. Shadows. No.
But I hope Starfield's good.
Yeah, I need that to be my top.
Because honestly,
I can't. I'm getting a little like I'm dying right now. I can't play Skyrim anymore. I can't play Fallout 4
I could go back and
anymore.
play it again.
I
It's been a
can't
while.
play any of the Fallouts anymore.
I could play Skyrim again for a bit.
I can't do it, dude. I can't do it. I'll play it for like you get that feeling after going to work or whatever. Where you'd be like, oh, I really love that part of Skyrim. You know, I'm gonna play it. Pick it up 3 seconds in. Oh.
You're finally awake, and you're like,
No, not even starting a new character. Not even starting a new character. I would get these during high school where I would be like, this is how you know we need a new fucking game. This is how badly we need Starfield. In high school, 5 years ago. 5 years ago, I would get urges to play Skyrim when I get home. I'd pop it in. I'd play it for 3 seconds, and then I'd be like, yeah, that's right, I already did everything.
there's not much in Skyrim I didn't do.
And it's not like, and like you definitely are more completionist than me.
Oh yeah,
But
I
when I
played the
s-
shit out of that game.
The difference is like, you have more of that drive for like finding shit and going through everything.
Mhm.
Me, on the other hand, is I'm all about seeing everything it has to offer.
You
and
just
then
walk through a place and
after
you're
that-
like, oh yeah, and then you leave.
well, after I'm done seeing it, like, there's nothing for me. So, like, I guess I'm the same way.
Me, I'm down there with a knife and like the cracks of the bricks. Like,
I know on
is there
as
something in here?
you're like, I can smell it. Like,
There's like one gold piece in here. Just give me,
yeah.
just give me a minute.
Well, I'm a loot goblin, but you actually were the opposite after a certain point. Which I get it, you're rich, but I'm like a loot goblin. It's in my fucking blood. So every
I'm only a
single-
loot goblin to the point where like I'll grab everything and then I'll go sell everything for like however much money I'll get, and then I'll buy gear for myself, and then I'll go back and I'll.
See, I'm that loot goblin in the very beginning a little bit, but then I become a loot goblin. Like, I'll have my shit, and if there's something better, I'll swap it. But like, if it's anything like worth value that isn't just armor and weapon, I will fucking you.
I can tell you the exact moment in Skyrim that I'm the most loot goblin, like the peak of loot goblin, and it's early. The peak of my loot goblining in Skyrim is when I show up in Riverwood for the first time, and I'm like, I need steel armor.
You have 2 sets of the Imperial. You
Yeah,
have
like,
2 sets of the light
I need steel
Imperial.
armor, and that's it.
You have 9 fucking swords, 25 bows, 18 arrows.
Yeah, because steel armor like carries you for like a decent amount until you start getting like the better
No,
shit.
There's certain shit I'll keep from the opening. Like, I'll keep the helmet, and I'll keep the Executioner's hood.
Oh yeah, the Executioner's
And
hood.
I'll keep the original Dragonborn book.
Yeah, but that's like the most loot goblining. Like I'll get as much money as I can, and I'll like go and I'm like, okay, I can afford like a leather set. Leather set's
Yeah.
fine. I'll put that leather set on,
See-
and then I'll go up and I'll be in Bleak Falls, and I'll be.
I forgot
Crown.
you're more light shit until you get to a certain point, right?
Well, yeah, I'm more of a rogue type player, but like
I'm a heavy.
I'm a
duty.
rogue slash like I don't know what you call it, berserker, I guess. Because like I would have the 2 swords, and I'd be going in, and I'd just fucking start going to town.
You went from.
I guess you call that more of like an assassin class.
Tell me your smithing path. What? Not
My
what
like
you
first smithing path.
Yeah, not what you unlocked, but
Oh,
what
boy.
the armors you went through.
Okay, so it all started when I guess this is
Fire
Skyrim
Nation
Hour.
attacked.
This is Skyrim Hour. I
We're talking about
remember
Bethesda games.
technically, yeah. So it's hard to think back to like your first playthrough. When I started out, I was in the Imperial ship for a bit, and then I think I went over to Steel, and Steel tied me over for a bit, and then I eventually found Dwarven. And I was like, oh shit. And then I was in Dwarven set with a Dwarven Warhammer for a while.
Yeah.
That was my thing. Like, I'd have that hammer and I'd just go and I'd just start fucking wailing bitches.
Yeah.
And then I feel like I might have been in Orcish for a time. Like, there was a very short
Okay.
time in my timeline where I was in Orcish armor.
Did you ever hit ebony
I think I actually hit...
or glass?
I feel like... See, I don't think I actually ever wore glass.
I never
I
fucking
would
wore
have
glass.
it, but I never wore it.
It was just such a stupid
Everything
idea.
changed
Why the
when
fuck
I
is
was
that in the
walking...
game?
I don't know, but everything changed when I was walking down a path one time, and this, like, I don't know if it was like a bounty hunter
Yeah.
or like an assassin came at me, and I killed him. I was like, what the fuck is he wearing? And I picked it up, and that was my first set of steel plate armor. And I was like, this shit kicks ass.
Yeah.
Like, this shit's defensive. It was way better than the shit I was wearing, so I threw that
yeah.
on. That took me for a long while.
Yeah.
I don't remember if I ever hit ebony.
Steel plate feels like a cruiser motorcycle
Kinda.
out of all the armors. Like something you have for a long distance, long time.
Well, that was my armor for a while, like a long while, and then I don't remember if I ever hit ebony and like wore ebony. If I did, might have been for like a short time, because then that was when I found out about the Agma Infinium, and I started to fuck with that, and then I found Daedric, and
I
then
did
I
it
put
after
that
the
shit on, and it
patch.
was over.
I did it after the patch, so I
None.
never got to do it.
I got it before patch. I buffed the shit out of myself. I got that Daedric armor on, and I was ready to roll.
That's crazy to say.
I did it before patch.
Jesus Christ. I could have done it before patch, but I never gave a shit about the quest.
Yeah, well, now that I'm saying it, I hear it. I did it
Like,
before patch on fucking Skyrim.
10 years.
Oh no!
Oh my god.
Oh,
My path went from
Oh my god!
immediately the heavy Imperial. The
Oh, yeah,
second
that
I
was-
got to Riverwood, I swapped that shit out for the steel, but the steel with the shoulder.
Oh yeah, you gotta get the one with the shoulder.
Yeah,
pad.
I can't do the shoulderless one. It's just so stupid looking.
Gotta have the one with pauldrons. If you don't
So
have the one with
I
pauldrons,
got
you're
the
doing it
one
wrong.
with the badass pauldrons, and I wore that shit for a fat minute.
Well, yeah, steel carries you for a good while.
And then the second I unlocked steel plate, that shit I rocked until. Actually, funny enough, sometime before I hit steel plate, I wore Dwarven for like a nanosecond. I never wore the helmet. But I would go to steel plate, and more than armor, because I skipped a lot of armor. I went from literally steel, blip of Dwarven, steel plate, to straight up Dragon
Oh yeah,
Ball.
there's a lot of armor that I didn't wear. Like I might have slipped into an ancient Nord for a little bit.
But my
I never wore glass.
my evolutions actually came from my weapon. So I started my adventure with a steel war axe. And then I took on
War axe or battle axe?
the two-handed.
Battle axe.
Oh, battle axe. And I was like, this is my play. This is I'm going to do axes. The king, what was his name?
Oh, the red hawk or red falcon.
Red eye or red hawk.
Red something king.
Yeah, fucker used his shout that disarmed me.
Oh.
The fucking axe went missing. It's gone.
That fucker.
I didn't even know that he disarmed me. I thought it was like I put the weapon away or something. No, it was gone. I went back to look for it. Gone. Gone.
Go on.
The Skyrim god Todd Howard said, "You will not use axe."
Sorry, bud. I can't have you using your axe.
And
Try
from
again in
that-
10 years.
Literally from that day forward, I went to hammers.
I lost a weapon
I
to disarm.
went to hammers. I went from an Ironborn hammer to a Steel War hammer to glass. What does the orc one look like? I went to orc, the orcish, orchalcum or something.
No, it's just orcish.
Okay. What are all the hammers? I never did a Daedric hammer. I did an elven hammer. I did glass hammer. I did all of the hammers.
Mm-hmm.
I think I barely touched the ebony hammer because, weirdly enough, leveling up, you kind of skip ebony.
Yeah.
You kind of skip ebony like involuntarily.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because when you're at that point, like you're so close to Dragonbone or
Yeah, once you hit the
Daedric.
dragon armors and like Daedric, you're just
Yeah.
it just kind of
So
stops.
I ended up with dragon armor, and I was so disappointed because back when I first played,
You're still disappointed by the helmet.
yeah,
I can hear it already. I'm like, yep. still disappointed
and
by the helmet.
I saw back in the day. I can't not how it should have ended.
It was like Tyrann something, right?
Tyrannical
Like
Jester or something,
something
or
or
Tyrannical
other?
Joker. I don't remember, but he made these amazing, not really amazing animations, but like really good animations and videos of like Skyrim tales or whatever and all this other shit. And then there was, what was his name, Rothgar or the goofy mother. I am the Dragonborn, and he was always like half naked, but he had the dragon helmet, and it was fucking blacked out. It was fucking hilarious. I think, what was it, Machinima did those. They did like a remake of Cops with the NPCs, the Skyrim guards. They did like a whole video series of Cops, and it was fucking hilarious. And yeah, but there's like big YouTuber influences. In both versions, the helmet was blacked out.
The
for,
eyes
like,
and the mouth guard.
The eyes and the mouth were like blacked out or guarded, and I was like, that looked fucking amazing. God, I can't wait to get this armor.
I know that helmet.
And I
would
got
look
the
badass
armor,
with that.
and I saw my little cat face and my little cat eyes because I'm a Khajiit.
We were both Khajiit.
Because Khajiits, let's just be honest, they had all the advantages.
They kicked
the
ass.
unarmed,
Although,
the sneak,
hot
and the night vision.
hot take though, there might be a little bit of furry in us only because we were Khajiits.
Nah, I was in it for the advantages. Also, I didn't like how they're oppressed. So I'm like, fuck you, I'll be a Khajiit
Well,
then.
I just thought they looked cool too, especially the one that I had with like the big lynx ears and like his chops.
Well, mine was badass because he had like the beard shit going on, the ears, and whatever. And I'm like, he looks like a Bengal tiger because I was like, Bengal tigers are badass. I'm like,
Well, that's essentially what
is that the
Zeus-
Bengal? Is that the Bengal or what's the white
I
one?
think it's just a white tiger.
Whatever. But I thought he was badass, and like I'm like yeah, and I get natural night vision.
That's essentially what Zeus was. Zeus was basically just a black tiger.
Yeah,
That's
mine-
basically what he was.
Mine was called Shade.
Shade
Fucking
and Zeus,
stupid.
bro.
Oh,
They
bro,
kicked ass
I
back
got a
in the day.
screenshot of those boys in Skyrim together.
Oh yeah, we actually brought them together for the first time.
That was
fun.
like that was literally a crossing of worlds, right? Remember, we played hide and seek. He couldn't fucking find me. You're like, ooh, and you're like, where the fuck are you? And I'm like, ooh, as he's in the grave. We're playing hide and seek in a fucking graveyard.
Oh yeah, Riften. We were playing
No,
hide and... Was it
no,
Riften?
No. It was Ulfric Stormcloak, Windhelm or Winterhold.
Was it Windhelm?
It was the one with Ulfric
That's Windhelm.
and the racism.
That is Windhelm.
That is Windhelm.
That is absolutely Windhelm.
Well, we were playing hide and seek in the Windhelm.
The graveyard, you know, the one with the murder.
Yeah, the fresh murder.
So everyone's worrying about the murder, and we're just like, "Where are you?" I'm hiding.
I was literally hiding in some bushes, and because my character is white and black.
Well, it didn't help
like,
because
I literally blended in with the snow.
it's a
and
snowy
background.
area, and
It was so fucking funny to watch.
it's called camouflage.
I was literally laughing my ass off that my character's camouflage was accurately working. But
I don't know.
there's some good shit. in there.
Depending, we might have to bring them back for Elder Scrolls 6.
Oh fuck! You know what this means?
What?
We have to bring. Not now. We're on low maintenance mode, so no edit.
Low maintenance mode.
No.
Just making sure.
So we're on low maintenance mode, but whenever, if I ever leave this job and I get an editing thing, I might have time to actually start cranking out the edits that I'm supposed to. Like the White Castle trip. Still haven't fucking done that. It's sitting there. Like, I don't know, man. It's a lot of fucking work.
The Skyrim series is gonna have to be rebooted. I think
It does. I want to do. I need probably stick back. I want to do Skyrim together again, but it's so fucking annoying.
it is annoying.
But now
That's
you have
the
a
only
PC,
reason I
so
didn't-
you might not crash.
Probably not.
You
but
were
like,
on a laptop.
that was
before.
just so annoying having to like go in and like do all this shit
think-
and then get it working and then go.
Well, it's
like,
also
I was
been a
like,
while,
"Ugh."
and I wouldn't doubt if it got better because they did keep working on it. So what I'm thinking is, if we go back, we're doing Skyrim together, and we're gonna have to do live streams, and then y'all can just catch the
that could be
VODs.
fun.
Because I feel like a live stream would be more fucking entertaining. Yeah. So, yeah, because Casey has a PC, I have a PC, so Casey will actually be able to enjoy it instead of crashing every 50...
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that my PC can run Skyrim. If it can't run Skyrim, there's a problem.
Yeah, there should be no issues.
It can run Elden Ring. I don't see why it wouldn't.
Exactly.
I mean, Elden Ring crashes here and there, but
What's I
not
thinking?
frequently.
I think... Oh, that's right. I have to bug them a little bit more, but we are very close to me getting my graphics card. You know what that means?
I get an upgrade.
You do get an upgrade. That's what that means. Yeah.
Noises.
Also, I've been getting PC parts for Jordan.
Oh yeah.
Her graphics card is over there, which is better than all of ours.
The one that's sitting over there.
Yeah, it's better than all of ours,
It does look good.
which is fucking funny. And then the case.
Just looking at that box makes me
Well,
a
let's
little
take
bit
look.
moist.
Let's take a look.
No, don't bring it over here. I don't want to see it.
No, it's too late for that.
Oh fuck.
And it's crisp too. I opened it up, and it's still in its wrapping and everything.
Look at that.
Ooh, GeForce RTX 3050,
It's not bad.
8 GB overclocked, baby. RG Burr.
Oh, good. So it'll be gay.
Well, she is gay.
She does like that. She likes the gay colors.
The gay colors. You mean all of them?
All of the colors. Every color's the gay color.
I mean, it's the rainbow, right?
Well, not every color's in the rainbow.
My Crayola pack came with 3,500.
You're telling me that sweet lavender isn't in the fucking...
You're telling me that forest green isn't here? No.
I mean, it's a variation of green, so technically...
Yeah. Anyways, so to get off the topic of Bethesda, I'm going to tell my story.
God damn, that's right. We had a whole story to
Yep.
talk about.
So today,
Your
boy
boy
was tricked.
was
Duped.
crossfaded.
I was beamed, boozled,
Being boozled.
by
My God.
my own grandfather, my own flesh and blood,
Dear God.
the monster.
No.
So he's in like one of the Carolinas right now, visiting
Which one?
a family friend. I don't remember. One with the beach.
One of the three. Anyway,
One
go
of
on.
the three. One of the six.
One of the three Carolinas.
That one over there. Points at Texas. And he's walking, and I'm like, oh, cool. You know, like, I think I told you this. I might have told somebody else this. Oh. So, I call him up on break today, because I'm like, well, I don't, stupid me, being tired, shoving my face full of coffee, try to wake my ass up, and just being exhausted in general. Didn't know how to pay my car payment. and my brain, and earlier that day, by the way, or the day before, I said I probably have to go through the lien holder, which is the bank that gives you the loan. And I'm like, nah. I'm like, that's too easy. So for some reason, my brain today, this morning, being all fuzzy and whatever,
Aye.
decided, well, I couldn't find it on the dealership's website, and nothing in my paperwork says it. But small brain. So anyways, I call him up, ask him about it. Easy solution. Duh. Just a lien holder. Gotta go look at the bank. And set up the payments. Now, at this point, my mom said earlier, she's like, don't forget to call or text Papa. Tell him hi, see how he's doing. And
Which Carolina are you in?
Yeah, right.
1, 2, or 3?
One with an ocean.
Okay, so that removes one from the
Does it?
scenario. Yeah.
We
The other
still
two
got-
have a beach.
Okay.
The third one doesn't.
There's going to be one person that doesn't know what like that is.
No, it's north, south, and under Carolina.
I'm gonna cry. Okay.
It's subterranean.
I bet it is. Anyway, I don't actually remember.
Part of it actually goes under the beach. So technically speaking, it does have a beach.
Wait. Is that the city of Rapture?
No.
Atlantis?
No, Rapture was based off it, though.
Oh.
It was based off of under Carolina.
Under...
UC.
Yo, I went to UC last summer. Okay, enough dicking around.
The third Carolina.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Okay. I gotta collect myself after that little charade. Oh. Okay. Where was I?
Call your grandfather.
Yeah, call my
from one of the
grandfather.
Carolinas.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, what are you up to? I was like, I got like 10 minutes left. Or whatever.
For break?
Yeah. I'm like, you know, what you up to? And he's like, oh, I'm walking. And I'm like, oh, that sounds nice. I said, I don't remember what I said, but I'm like, oh, I'll tell you about my diet, how it really set in. I said, I got to the point where I'm having bowel problems because it's cleaning me out. And
Oh, it's a poo-poo story.
I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking, I'm going to make him laugh, you know, be a good little moment, brighten up his day, whatever. So I'm telling him about my bowel movement.
And he goes, "Oh, that's cancer."
Right. No,
What?
but I'm telling him about the bowel movement. I'm like, man, I had some japchae, which is a Korean noodle dish. And you know how the spinach leaves are in there all shriveled up and shit? Right? That shit came out flat, uncreased.
Look like my dick.
The whole dick shaped like a leaf.
A flat leaf, but yeah, go on.
Oh, shit.
A flat leaf compared to what other leaf?
Well, anyways,
A thick
I'm
leaf.
like, man, I had to stop a conversation and run to the bathroom. I almost shit my pants yesterday. I said I couldn't trust my farts. He started, he's wheezing, right? He's laughing and all this shit. I go on and on. I'm
Jesus
like,
Christ, don't kill your grandfather.
I'm like, whatever, and blah 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 blah. Well, I hear another laugh in the background.
It's not.
This motherfucker had me on speaker while he was walking with a family friend.
What if you're on someone's TikTok somewhere?
Damn.
What if this is
Time, bro.
and they were roommates type beat?
What do you mean?
You know the Vine? The girl's
No.
walking down the street and she's talking on the phone all loud. She goes, and they were roommates. And the guy goes, "Oh my God, they were roommates." But he was just listening into our conversation.
No.
Well, what if someone has a video somewhere of some old man walking with a speakerphone out, hearing some dude talk about his wicked shits?
We'll come find out on the Vitamin C podcast.
I would love to see that.
So, I relay this whole thing to my grandfather. He's laughing up a storm, and I hear peep from the person, and she's like, "Oh, sorry, I try to stay quiet and whatever." I'm like, why you gotta do that to me, Papa? I said, it's trifling. I said, thanks, Papa. Right. So like, such a dick. My family. My mom.
But, okay, in
Mom-
his defense, he probably
No.
didn't know you were going to start talking about your shit.
No, I announced it. I told him before, but he could.
Well, the fact that he
he
didn't-
could have taken me
I
off.
was going to
his
the fact that he
speaker.
didn't take you
He's
on
such a dick.
speaker.
Such a dick.
Oh my God.
Such a dick. Well, anyways, it was kind of a funny moment. I'm like, it was so embarrassing. But, anyways,
That's okay. It's some people in under Carolina you don't know.
met her.
So
so yeah, I do know her.
Oopsie.
Oops.
Watch that foot, boy.
What?
You're doing the thing. It's shaking the whole table.
Well, it's shaking the floor. That's shaking the table.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
Yeah, no, it's not a great experience.
What, the fact that someone heard about your horrible shits?
And my grandfather just stood there laughing the whole time.
Your
instead of taking
grandfather
me off
just
the
sat
speakerphone.
there.
Didn't tell me he was walking with her.
Try not to have a
Nothing.
fucking senior moment while he's laughing his ass off.
My mom today, because I told my mom this story on the way home, and she's like, I'm like, you know what you should do? You should write this up in that book you bought. And she bought a book about, I guess, like, I think
Your
it's
bowels
like,
and you.
No, it's a book. She bought this book, and it's like, it's funny as shit, but it's really sad at the same time because it's serious. But it's about having like fucked up parents and not knowing you have fucked up parents. And it's describing it like has a bunch of people's stories and a bunch of like, you know, like sometimes we don't realize that this is actually a horrible fucking toxic thing to do or whatever, right? My mom's like, I should write a book about all this shit, and I'm like, you should call it the butcher's daughter. Yo, she's like, I'm gonna do that. Yo,
Butcher's daughter.
bro,
That sounds like an erotic
she used-
adult.
here, little tidbit. My grandfather used to put both my mom's and my uncle's pictures up in his butcher shop. Say, date my daughter. Date this nice boy, my son. Date my, to people. And it's just not great. Not good results. Bad results. Very bad results.
Oh, the idea of looking at my beautiful children's faces on a picture while I'm fucking cleaving through raw meat. Just, oh, my kids.
And then, it was here something awful. So, yesterday, I asked you. No, I'm joking. St. Jack Films. Yesterday, there was a. The Blue Jays are assholes and should just be shot sometimes.
Whoa!
Oh shit, Mordecai! Oh fuck, I forgot he's a Blue Jay. Oh, whoa! Oh fuck!
I had to double tap that motherfucker.
Didn't even realize.
Where's the raccoon?
Oh shit! With of 3 butt cheeks. That was one of the things in the show. Apparently, he has like something's wrong with his ass.
Forget about Rigby's ass.
For a cussy.
More like a robussy.
No, stop. I can't edit this out. Stop it. Don't you alien face
More
me.
the cussy.
Blue jacuzzi.
Birdussy.
Foul pussy.
All right, no, stop.
Okay, this is
Stop.
it. Stop. Okay. So actually, it's a horrible. Stop, you fat ass. It's a horrible topic. It's a horrible topic. Stop it. Stop. He's gaslighting. Goddamn.
Gaslighting? What do you mean gaslighting?
He's like, what do you mean? What do you mean? You're making a fucking face, is what I mean. Stop! Stop before I pog in the chat, bro. Okay.
Thank God we're not a video podcast.
Jesus Christ. It'd be so much worse. Okay. So some horrible kind of gut wrenching.
About the Blue Jays?
Yeah. So a blue jay decided to attack a baby, I think it was like a robin or something, and drag it out of the fucking nest, and then in front of Adele's mailbox, it was attacking it, and the parents were trying to get it off of it and whatever. And I went and scared it away, and then the baby bird's like, like whatever, and like.
So you stomped it
No.
and put it out of its misery.
It
right?
wasn't. Well, I don't know. It looked okay, but it looked really fucking disoriented.
Well, it's just baby birds in
But
general.
I don't know if it would have lived or not. So I'm like, so I picked it up, which you shouldn't do, because the parents, it's a thing where like, if you leave it, there's a, it has, like maybe.
Okay, but there's also things that have been said that like that's not real, but I don't know.
No. I agree with that. No. That whole fucking touching the nest and the birds don't come back. That's if if you're a predator and you think the parents think you took the eggs. That's a different thing. But the fucking no. Like you shouldn't touch birds because like baby birds or whatever, because then the parents can't. They don't know where the fuck it went, and they can't like give it a fighting chance or whatever. So anyways, I picked up a bird. Parents are like, what the fuck? Like, go put it under the tree or whatever. Like, cause it's like
You ate it right there in front of them.
Yeah, no, cause whatever. But anyways, so I go cause I'm too sympathetic when it comes to animals. But so I go, I put it out of the sun in a spot where it'll have a fighting chance or whatever. And it's just like like that. Kind of laying on the ground, and anyways, so I'm like, I can't just go save it, and she's like, no, you got work, like you can't stay home. And I'm like, I know, but what if I quit? And she's like, no.
What if I quit for the baby bird?
And she's like, no. I'm like,
What if
I'm
I
like,
quit?
and I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, fuck human society. And I'm like, fuck, I
It's
have to
one
live in it.
baby bird. As
But-
much as it sucks.
Yeah. But anyway, she told me this horrible fucking story that made it worse. So she was telling me about a baby cow that she called baby, and she would like whatever, milk, take care of, feed, all that shit. And then one day,
Joe Biden RKO'd it right in front of me.
right? No. So Pope's like, Pope told her, "Don't name the goddamn cow," like. And she's like, no, it's a baby cow, so it is named Baby or whatever, right? Whatever, adorable. Comes home from school, baby cow ain't there.
You gonna learn today. Click, click.
But no, she basically take care of this cow, and then one day, Papa fucking killed it because he's a butcher, and that's what he
And
does.
unfortunately, that's where
And
a
then
lot
they
of
had
good
veal,
meat comes from.
and then they had veal that night. And
That's the
then
thing about living on a farm in general.
And I looked at my mom and I said, "Fuck you." That made it worse. But I get your story. I get it.
Oh God, we're gonna eat baby Robin tonight.
Oh no. Like I don't know. I learned this shit like a while back. Like I get it. Like you shouldn't whatever. But then I'm like I've seen stuff where there's like a once again a line. Like you got to assess the situation. It has to be
De-escalate the
de-escalate the situation. No, you have to address each situation as its own unique thing. So, like, what did the bird survive? Probably not. The blue jay fucking probably snapped its neck. That's why I couldn't sit up.
Either that or a raccoon or a fox or something came by afterward and just kind of
Well, there's a
left.
cat that just gave birth to kittens.
Well,
somewhere
maybe the cat
around.
got it.
Maybe, or whatever. But and I'm like, I'm still iffy about it. Like, now, I have a hatred for foxes. Like, I think it's cool when you're just out in the woods and you see a
Even
fox.
though they're just doing what they're doing.
I know, but I swear
You have a
I swear to God, if I don't care if it's an eagle, a falcon, a goddamn raptor, which those predatory birds are called raptors.
Yes, we know.
But like, or a fox or whatever, if it touches my cat, if it touches my dog, it's getting its neck snapped on sight. A human full force,
Yes,
sickest,
I do understand.
snap neck.
I,
Done.
I do
I'm
understand.
eating that goddamn thing for dinner. I don't care how bad it tastes.
Yes, I sympathize. However, so look at it with the fact that it's an outside cat, and there are predators who overpower said outside cat. So outside cat is already at risk by being an outside cat, which I get.
But this is the legend. This is motherfucking Holstein.
I know about Holstein. He's a fat ass. And he goes like I get it.
I mean, he has a bitchy side, like everybody does. But
He's a sweet fat man.
he's not even fat. That was his winter coat.
He's kind of
He
fat.
gets no. When I say winter coat, I mean he gets fatter in the winter and skinnier in the summer.
Well,
like,
he was
physically.
when I saw him last, that bitch was fat.
It was winter. So
Okay,
yes.
well, he was fat.
Yeah, he will fat.
Just saying.
Now he's skinny again. But as he's getting older, I'm getting more paranoid. And I'm like, if I gotta jump over the railing and zombie run at a fox, then that's what I'm gonna do. I had to run out the one while I was chilling in the cabin. I had to run out the one night because he got in a fight with the fucking trailer park cat. And I ran outside quick as fuck. I went "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr," right. That cat took the fuck off. Holstein went up in the tree, and I'm like, get your ass down here. He's like,
Well, there is also the option of like, there could be a day where Holstein just doesn't show up, and you won't know exactly what happens.
there's a shotgun in the basement. I'm going hunting.
Okay, but you won't know what did it. So you're just going out there senselessly
I'll find it.
taking out animals
I'll
for
find
no reason.
I'll find it. There's only 2 animals that could kill Holstein. 3. There's only 3. The deer that has a vendetta against him.
If he gets killed by a deer, I'm
No, I'll let that one slide. I'll let that one slide.
well, okay, why is that different?
Because he's not going to eat him.
But then that's killing for sport. At least killing to eat.
No, it's a mob hit.
Regardless,
different.
No.
That's
no,
different.
No,
That's a vendetta.
No, here's where your
I'm not
logic...
going to be part of that cycle of vengeance.
Here's where your logic is... No, here's where your logic is flawed, all right? You're allowing just some psychopathic, homicidal deer to kill your cat.
All right, to be fair,
but not an animal that would...
I'd probably kill
But
the
not
deer.
an animal that would
Okay.
take sustenance from said cat.
I'd probably kill the deer. But anyways, so it's either the deer, which I would cap in a minute.
Now all of a sudden you would cap it in a minute.
It's either... Because you called me out. You're right. Foxes have to team up against him in order to take him out.
A
one-on-one fox would not be able to take Holstein. He's fought raccoons and groundhogs and shit.
Yeah, the right fox.
He's also fucked up a badger. He's also taken out a cat that's the size of a dog. So I think a one-on-one fight's fine.
I still think that one's a little.
No.
I think the dog story is a little fluffed. I don't know about
Casey,
big ass dog. I wasn't
on
there.
The back porch.
I wasn't
You've
there.
been on the back porch. Right?
I wasn't there.
Do you know how you can look straight through the trees
yes,
in that field?
I am aware.
I hate to tell you this. I've seen a dirt bike on that field. I've seen a quad runner on that field. I've seen a human on that field. All of them comparative sizes from that distance, exact same point. That cat was the size of a small, like not Peaches, but more like a little smaller than Jekyll. Like maybe more, more. Yes.
Then that wasn't just a cat. That was a fucking puma. Like that's not a cat anymore. That's a fucking mountain lion. House cats don't get that fucking massive.
Well, whatever. It might have been a
I feel. I
big
still
old
feel
bobcat.
it wasn't. It
I
wasn't
don't
just
know.
some
Whatever
like
it was,
domestic cat.
Whatever the fuck it was, Holstein got in a fight, got some scars, bit of his ear taken off, and kicked it the fuck out of the neighborhood.
Okay. I'm just saying, my only problem with that is the fact that it was a cat the size of a dog, and I'm like, then that's not just a cat.
And the third one, let me think for a second. Third one,
really pissed off fish.
No, the third one would be the neighbor's dogs. They always have like German shepherds.
Oh,
or
neighbor's
they'll have,
dog did not like me turning around in that fucking driveway.
Yeah, the neighborhood dogs might be something. Also, Papa won't get him his fucking rabies shot. I told him, I'm like, there's a rabies outbreak. So I'm like, get your fucking rabies shot for him.
Yeah, dog
so
did
that
not
could
like
do
it
him
at
in.
all. That dog came after the fucking car.
Yeah, dog,
I was like, whoa, okay, I'm
He's
just
a-
turning around,
He's
but
a little up the road, which is a good thing. But there's no, if he got loose, that motherfucker would run throughout the neighborhood. It wouldn't be the first time dogs have run throughout the neighborhood. So yeah, a dog's a possibility there. Not,
yeah, well then,
not likely.
then you're gonna have to go and kill that person's dog.
Done.
You're gonna have to tell them, hey, I killed your dog because it killed my cat.
That's fair. It's a fair trade.
Just saying.
Sorry.
At the end of the day, I love Holstein as well, but being an outside cat, he's in the risk of dangers. So you have to realize that one of those dangers may or may not cap that cat at some point.
If I gotta cap the human, I'll cap the
I
human.
think about that with Booth, you know?
We were watching Dr. Pol, and I think they're out in Michigan or something, right? Some ass fuck shot an arrow into a cat's skull. Cat lived, but it had the arrow in its head. It just missed the fucking brain and shit.
Wow.
Yo, it was crazy. Anyways, I would murder somebody if I found that they did that to my cat. I would hunt that motherfucker down and beat him within an inch of his life. Period.
We're going to keep this on record just in case. Just in case
Now-
Twitter needs to be fucking thrown into an institution
Now,
somewhere.
the cat's probably dead already by this time, so none of this applies, legally speaking. Because I'm not going to do anything because I won't have a cat.
Guess what? Dead already.
Well, no, but I mean, like, in the future, like, I'm not going to own another cat. That's just a fact. He came from the universe. The universe brought Holstein.
Technically, the universe brought Booth, but we're trying to get him a house.
Yeah.
Booster showed up one
Piece
day.
of shit owners don't take care of him, I guess.
But now I'm just trying to find him a place because he doesn't deserve to be. He's not exactly like he's an outside cat.
There's
sure,
one thing with
but
being an outside cat, but like he clearly wasn't being taken care of. He had none of his fucking shots or anything.
I mean, he still technically doesn't have any of that like vet. Well, did we get his shots while we had him there? I don't think we
You
did.
got shots from him.
We might have gotten like a shot or two. I don't
might
know if we
wanna
got
get-
like a full
You
range.
might want to get like at least rabies because of the cat shit going around.
I don't know.
Cat rabies. Anyways,
Cat rabies is just rabies.
no. I know.
There's not animal specific rabies. We're coming up on some time here. We've been.
Ethan was supposed to join us, but things happen, and
Well, I do have a final thought to close this off with. It's a food thought. Arby's just released a burger.
yeah, for me. Wait, a burger?
Yes.
Wait, no, that's
Arby's
not real.
has a burger. I don't know if it's limited time or not.
Well,
I've had it.
we have to do it.
I have had it.
You've had it?
I did. Only because Ma was like, I didn't get anything out for dinner. You want me to grab something? You want Arby's? I'm like, sure. And then she was like, oh, they have a burger now. And I'm like, a what? Yeah, they have a
Give me
burger.
the deep split bites.
So it's called the
worth it?
Wagyu Steakhouse Burger.
Oh well, that's a load of crock.
Yeah, it's Wagyu.
Fucking
I
shit.
don't know how
Maybe the cheapest
they
wagyu on
managed-
the
yeah,
fucking
I don't know how they
market,
managed it.
bro.
However, it's not a bad burger. I actually enjoyed
What
the
would you
burger.
compare it to? Burger King, Wendy's, McDonald's.
See, the only thing about Wendy's is I'm biased because like
Okay, take Wendy's out.
I'm biased on Wendy's only because I like a nice big fat
Okay.
juicy fucking
Take
sloppy burger.
The
that I can
big
just
two.
fucking-
The big two.
How
would you compare it versus those?
I'm also kind of biased against Burger King only because I'm not that big on the flame broil thing that they do.
Okay, take it against Mickey motherfucking.
It's better.
What?
I can already tell you it's better than McDonald's.
Well, anything's better than McDonald's.
I would say that I like it better than. Okay. It's. I want to say
Give me
it's
something.
somewhere around Dairy Queen, like probably
Better?
a little better than Dairy Queen.
That's promising.
A little better in my personal.
Our Dairy
experience.
Queen? Or
Our Dairy. Well,
or a real
anytime
Dairy
I've
Queen?
had a Dairy Queen, it's been the same fucking burger
Yeah,
for
that's
me.
true.
But
Their burgers are okay.
I like Dairy Queen burgers, but like I would say it's like around there, kinda.
So,
It almost seems like maybe between a. No, I can't even say that either. I was gonna say it's like between Dairy Queen and Five Guys. Like it kind of like, it's like more toward Dairy Queen.
okay.
I don't know if we were putting on like a scale, but yeah, they have a burger. I don't know if it's a limited time burger, but they have a burger and it's good. I enjoyed it. Anywho, so thank you everybody again. Be sure to subscribe, hit that like button, hit that bell here on YouTube, which is our home base.
Yes, we are based on YouTube. We have a TikTok, Instagram,
Spotify,
Google Podcast,
Google Podcast, Anchor.
We have Anchor, and you'll notice on the other platforms, by the way, some episodes are not going to be up there, whether because we prefer them to be, they're more visual, or we just prefer not to put them on other platforms.
Correct.
So.
It's good.
Yeah.
Turn it off.